Let's go to another spot in New York. The Buffalo Bills. Rex Ryan looking at day 2 of his first OTA with the Buffalo Bills. More on the Bills and their quarterback competition. Let's get to NFL Media's Albert Breer, who is standing by. Albert, what were you able to see from the Bills quarterbacks?
Well, Patrick, it's truly an open quarterback competition. And to set that up, they've actually borrowed the Niners' techniques, what they do in trying to test their players, and bringing Greg Roman over as their offensive coordinator. What that's meant to this point is setting up practice where you have 2 offenses working on separate parts of the field. Now, they're alternating at this point through their OTAs. Today, it was E.J. Manuel and Tyrod Taylor taking the first team reps, and Matt Castle and Jeff Toole working with the second team. Tomorrow it'll be the reverse. Castle and Toole will be with the first team, and Manuel and Taylor will be with the second team. Plan on going forward with that. I was able to talk to Rex Ryan extensively, looking for what he's going to be looking for. A number of interesting things to point out here. First, he did say that one thing that could color his decision-making here, he views this as a win-now roster. So he's not going to be as patient with a player who he names as the starter. He wants a win-now type of player there. As for the criteria he's looking for, he says, 1, knowledge of the offense is important. 2, knowing what you're looking at with the defense is important. And 3, of course, accuracy is important with all the skill position players they have. And as for the timetable itself, when he wants to make a decision, Ryan told me there is no timetable at this point. But I can tell you that it does seem like it's quite a ways off. They plan on running this right through OTAs, right through their veteran mini camp, then into the start of training camp. He told me that he wants to see these guys in live action before he makes a final decision. So that would hint at least that he wants to see a preseason game or 2 before he decides who's going to be the starting quarterback for this team.
Looking forward to a long summer of Bills quarterback battles. What about Marcel Darius? We had the news from him last week. Does he want to be back with the Bills after this season?
Well, let's start. First things first here. There was the news about his suspension. He is going to serve a 1-game suspension. He did talk a little bit about that today, standing mostly on what he said in a statement when that suspension came down. Now, of course, his contract is the other piece to this. He is going into his option year. He was a 2011 rookie. Certainly guys in that class have gotten rewarded. J.J. Watt. We've seen big contracts go to defensive tackles like Gerald McCoy and Ndamukong Suh. And so someone asked him today, do you want to continue as a Buffalo Bill? And he said, well, we'll have to wait and see what the Bills want to do going forward. One other thing we should hit here, too, Patrick, there were a number of big names off the field for the Bills today. Aaron Williams and Stephen Gilmore on defense and Sammy Watkins on offense, all recovering from offseason surgery. Watkins did get a little bit of individual work in, and Shady McCoy was also held out, but Rex Ryan said that he's just dealing with a minor neck injury, no big deal there.